I'm believing she had tests. We had to stay in isolation because she's got short gut syndrome. She has a history that she's just like, if she's presenting anything, we use preventative antibiotics in our home care. Everybody knows it who works with our team, but unfortunately it's the weekend and anybody who knows us is not around.
The team aren't there.
And
okay.
Of course, Palmerston North, they did the test. Her inflammation markers are up. She has a red throat, red ears, but they just wanted to put her in hospital overnight to observe her to see which way this is going to go. Now,
so did they do bloods?
I let them, well, I couldn't leave without doing the bloods. But
so bloods were done at LD?
I had the phone call this morning from Dr. Trudeau to say that they are elevated. He would like me to come back in because he would like to see which way this is going to go. But because Brenna has short gut syndrome on top of trisomy 18, which is Edwards syndrome, her immune system is so compromised now that she has no extra resources to fight anything. On the ward they have gastro and RSI, and I rang Wellington and our surgeons and doctors and nurses down there yesterday who advised me don't go near the ward, which I didn't, but they still wouldn't give me the antibiotics because Palmy want to see which way this is going to go. Doctors that don't know us, but we don't have that luxury. So I took her home last night because I've nursed her for 8 years closely with the team, and she's a hospital case, but you know, I can't leave her in hospital. She needs to be with us. So we spent 6 months in Wellington Hospital. This is how I know all this. They drummed it into me and trained me to know what to look for. So because we have to move fast. If she's having gastro problems, we've got an hour. Well, I've lost her. She's dead. They're not listening. They made us wait 3 hours yesterday before they even realised it wasn't gastro because she was bringing up green stuff at that point, which green can be a bad thing for her, and we have to get on it fast. But they still wouldn't listen to that information. Anyway, once I knew it wasn't gastro, I wanted the bloods done so that we could see where her markers were, whether she needed an antibiotic or not, just to humour them at Palmerston, whereas any of our team, they would have listened to her, heard her crackles and written out the scripts. It's just how it goes with her. So I took her home because I said I'm not bringing her on the ward. I took her home, did the fluids, got the blood results this morning, and they're still not. They want to see where it's going before they'll give us the antibiotics. So I rang Wellington Hospital again, got right through back up to Mr. Balkett because they all know us. We lived down there for 6 months trying to figure out how to get her home. Oh, she has a Hickman too, just in case she needs TPN. And anyway, they said, why won't they give it to you? And I said because it's my understanding of antibiotics now is that we've got to stop giving them out randomly like we have been because of the superbugs. I get that, but she is a totally different case because of the small gut syndrome. Anyway, they said, look, they were trying to find a way to fax me a script. Protocol doesn't allow them to do that, so they said I would have to represent at the hospital. And I said, well, I can't go back to the hospital. I said, I do have another option. It's come to the Palms, because I mean, I'm not out of options, but they thought it was my only options to go back to Palmy Hospital. And they said, well, come here then. So here I am. So I thought, just if someone could check her out and listen to her, I mean, someone might just think, well, looking at her ears, throat, and listening to her chest as a normal child anyway, I might get my antibiotic. Otherwise I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow till the home care team comes on. And I mean, within that 24-hour period, it could be too late for her because she hasn't got the resources to fight. Yeah, and of course Palmy was saying, we'll give you an isolation room. Well, I said, it should be safe. And I said, look, we've lived in hospitals for 8 years. An isolation room will afford you only so much protection. We were in isolation for a month with pneumonia, and she picked up swine flu on that ward. So I wasn't prepared to even take the risk. And I was trying to get Palmy to communicate with Wellington, but, I mean, if it was our team, they would have, but Mr. Trudeau is saying, I'm not bringing Wellington to have other doctor tell me my hospital was dirty, and I was like, that's not what I'm saying, because it goes back to the politics of you can't. We haven't got separate wards, general, surgical. It's just the way it is, and I accept that.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying the hospital was a dirty place, but it's like that. It's just I'm one of the rare ones that have been fortunate enough to really know what goes on inside, having lived it and lived with them, and they do everything they can to protect us. But when we strike the random ones, they try and sign her off on we've had no resus orders and all sorts signed on our behalf because of her trisomy condition. For a long time it was, she's incompatible with life, she's not a priority for Starship, we won't bring out the crash cart, the best you can hope for is we'll bag her, and we've been doing this for 8 years. So I did bring the hospital discharge to back, for just background information for the doctors of what